Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today it's a wee bit of a cooking day for me today. I'm not going to be playing with my van, motorbikes, anything like that. My hands are a bit too sore today. I don't know what's wrong with them. It's maybe the cold weather. So I've decided I'm going to make some Cornish pasties. And I'm going to be cheating a little bit. So what I've done, I've got a packet of soup mix. Obviously with the sore hands, don't want to be chopping vegetables and things, so make it kind of easy for myself. I've got an onion I will have to chop. I've got pre-made pastry. I've got 2 of these just to make sure I've got enough. And I've got a couple of packets of sausages for the sausage meat. So we'll have to skin them, obviously get the meat in a bowl. So yeah, it's a little cheat way. I'll not be doing a lot of the work because obviously my sore hands today, which is why I've bought pastry already made, so I don't have to knead it. Just need to roll it out. But I'm sure the pasties will taste great anyway. Here's hoping anyway. So yeah, we're basically just doing Cornish pasties today. Let's see how it goes, guys. Right, so we need a glass bowl. Everything will go in there. I'm going to try and just stir it up with a spoon rather than use my fingers. We'll just stir it up and see how it looks. Right, so as you can see, got the sunshine through the window here. It's lit me up quite nicely. I've got the sausages in here. My local supermarket didn't have any sausage meat, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to skin these sausages. So we'll do that now. Abracadabra. And then we'll have it. There we have it, guys. We've got our sausage meat all prepared. We'll move the camera because this sun... Right, I've moved us, guys, because that sunlight was just totally getting in the way. So we've got the sausage meat already here. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some of the vegetables. It should be quite a simple wee mix today. Obviously this is a soup mix, so we'll have to discard these. So this is just like lentils. Put some of this in. And that'll do. We'll give this a wee stir up, guys. We'll also need to chop up an onion. I think there's some onions in this, but I'm wanting more, so we're going to chop up an onion, make the mix a wee bit fuller. With it being a soup mix, there's a wee bit of leek in there as well, which I wouldn't necessarily have put in my pasties, but I think it'll work anyway, so we'll just keep going with it. Right, I've added the onion, and in my excitement or whatever, I've forgotten to film it anyway. I think I pressed play and just missed the button, or record and just missed the button. Anyway, so trust me on this, the onions are now in here. I just don't have any footage. So next thing for me to do is, I'm going to get the pastry opened up. I'm going to put a wee bit of flour and roll it. I'll get some footage of that. I'll make sure I hit record this time. Otherwise this isn't going to be a very good video. But so next thing, pastry. Here goes. Right guys, we've got a different camera angle for this. What we're going to do is, because we're about to roll out the pastry, we'll make sure the worktop's all nice and clean, and we'll just give a wee shake of flour. And yeah, I've probably put too much down there, but we'll get it spread out, and it kind of just stops. This just stops the pastry sticking to the worktop. What a mess I've made, but you know, it's okay. I'll get my wife to clean this up when I'm finished. So we'll get the pastry and we'll get it all rolled out, and that'll stop it sticking to the worktop. Right guys, so this is the first block. I was going to try and roll them out together side by side, and I thought, I'm just being stupid, I'll just do one at a time. So that's the first block. Excuse me in the background, I just wasn't ready there, I hadn't got my rolling pin. So it's just a basic wooden rolling pin I've got here. But what I'm going to do is, because I've got a glamorous assistant in the background here, Connie's wanting to help. So Connie, if you want to roll that out as best you can. Okay, and remember you can flip it round and roll it from the other side as well.
Do you want me to then?
Yeah, if you just flip it. Make sure you get enough flour on it that it's not sticking as well. Right guys, so off camera we've both had a wee shot of this rolling this out. And to be honest with you, I'm going to hold my hands up and say I'm not sure how thick to roll it out for Cornish pasties. So it may be too thin, it may be too thick. We're kind of just winging it like we usually do. So what we're going to do to make the shape is we're just going to get a bowl, and then we're going to make the circles with the bowl for making the Cornish pasties. So Connie, if you just go and get a bowl please. Right guys, so what we do is we'll try and go to the edge of the pastry here. We'll try and use as much of it as we can. You just get a wee plastic bowl, you just squeeze down on it, and you try and go right through. Right through so that you're cutting the pastry enough that, I'm not sure if I have cut the pastry enough, but yeah, it looks kind of like it. So we can just kind of take the circle pastry out. That's one of our pasties. We'll put that to the side over there, and then we'll just cut out as many as we can out of this sheet of pastry. It's quite an easy thing to do. I just remembered if you give the bowl a little twist like that, that just ensures that it's cut through the pastry enough. So I'm going to turn the camera off at this stage, and I'm going to get Connie to cut out as many shapes as she can with the bowl. Right, Connie's got 4 out of this one. I don't think we've maybe rolled it out enough, but what we're going to do is, we're not done with it. So we'll make a ball, and we'll start again with the rolling process. We'll get some more flour over here so that it's not sticking. Right. Let's give it a go with the rolling pin again. Right, so what we've done, we've got the rest of it there, we've made a ball. And we're going to roll this out, try and get a few more pasties made out of this bit of pastry. We've still got another packet of pastry left, so we've got more than we need, which is fine. I'm not sure what I can do. I think if we make too many pasties, I'm sure I can freeze them. I'm not sure how I would do that, if I bake the pasties first and then freeze them, or if I just put them in ready to go in the oven. I'm going to actually have to Google that because I'm not sure. But we'll get this rolled out first anyway. Yeah, there seems quite a lot of pastry left in this one. So I'm thinking we'll maybe get... Oh no. We'll forget that there was a wee hair there. We'll maybe get another 2 or 3 pasties out of this lot. It's getting edited. Yeah, well maybe... Is
that going to go in the bloopers?
We'll maybe get another couple of pasties out of this bit of pastry, I think. Which is good. Right, I don't want to go too thin with it. I don't want to be too greedy either. Right, so we'll go as far to the edge as we possibly can. Just like that. And remember the old trick. Oh, just give it a wee twist. And it just makes sure that you cut out the pastry circle perfectly. So I'm not sure we're actually getting a full one out here. I've maybe not done it quite as well as I should have. We'll give it another wee roll. And that's what you need to remember, guys. You know, if you don't cut it out perfectly, it's just pastry. You just keep rolling it until you get the shape that you need. I think my flour is actually drying up a bit where I'm rolling. I'll get some more flour over here. It's starting to stick. And not just sticking to the worktop, it's actually starting to, when the flour wears off, I think you'll probably notice. I mean, I'm no baker, but for some reason, you come back with the rolling pin and the pastry just sort of follows it as it sticks to the rolling. So that's what we're trying to avoid here with the flour as well. That's perfect. Right. So that's probably a little bit thicker than I would have liked. So what I'm going to do, you'll maybe think this is ridiculous, but if my mum watches this video, she'll like this bit. The little bit of extra pastry that I've got, I'm going to make it as circle as I possibly can. And I'm going to make just a little pasty for the gnomes. There we go, that's going to be a gnome one. So it's probably not the perfect shape, but we'll put that to the side as well. So in the background there, while I was going on about making too many pasties and having to put them in the freezer, Connie's just actually googled it. And what she's found is that you freeze them raw and they're ready to go in the oven, and then you just defrost them and bake them off. So now I know, and now you guys know, you don't cook them first and then freeze them. Yeah, when I think about it, that doesn't really make sense anyway, does it? So you just make some extra ones, put them in freezer bags, and then they're ready to go in the oven when you're ready to have them. So yeah, I'll just make as many as I can. Right guys, so just the way to start filling up the pasties. Connie has reminded me that we need a little beaten egg. So she's got a separate bowl. I'm not going to record that bit. She's putting an egg in a bowl, giving it a little whisk with a fork. Because what we do is we'll brush the edges of this once the meat's in, and that just helps it get a wee bit sticky and help you close the pasty off. Right, so I've had to move again because that sunlight, it's just playing havoc with this video on. So like you see, I've got a wee plastic spoon. I've got my meat here all ready to go. So I'm not going to overfill these. I'm just going to put enough in, just in the middle there. And what we do is, obviously, like I've said before, Connie's just prepared egg here just to make this a wee bit better for sticking closed. So we shall just fill it up as much as possible without overdoing it. So then we just brush around the edge there, because if we try to close it like that, we can get it to close, but it's not going to work like glue. Whereas we'll get the wee brush there, and then we get the egg that Connie's already prepared, and we just kind of use the egg like glue just round the edge there, just like this. And I'll show you how easy it actually closes with the egg on it. So that's enough. Don't want to overdo the egg there either. So we just pull it up and let it squeeze the meat down there. And then, like I say, I've maybe done this pastry a wee bit thick. I'm not entirely sure. It's only maybe the second time that I've done these guys. So hopefully they turn out though. Hopefully they turn out well. So we just squeeze them down. And it closes quite nicely. We'll just make sure that's central. Now, to get the proper authentic pasty sort of shape, you just use 2 fingers, kind of like this. And you just make that wee sort of, like a pasty squiggle I would call it. Just along the top like that. And that's the first one, guys. So, I'm going to just set this aside. I'm going to use this tray just to make them up in. And we'll see where we're going to put them at the end. I think I'm going to get a bigger tray and lay them all out, because I think this tray is a little bit too wee for putting in the oven. Right guys, so Connie's just laying them out on an oven tray here. Slightly bigger oven tray so that they'll be a bit more spaced out. So here is the before. So we've got them in the oven there, guys. And we don't know how long it's going to take, but we've set it at 180 degrees and we're just going to keep an eye on it. Right guys, this is the second batch, and I actually don't know who got carried away, if it was me that got carried away or if it was Connie that got carried away, but either way we've got a little bit inventive, and that giant pasty there has got my name all over it, so hopefully it bakes well. The ones in the first batch that are in the oven, we forgot to glue one of them with egg. I don't know how that happened, so they're a wee bit of a disaster, and they're starting to open up, so hopefully the second batch will go a wee bit better. Right guys, so here they are. As you can see, a couple of them have opened up, and I think what we did was we just forgot to brush them with egg. So thanks for watching. Just going to have my lunch now, have a couple of these pasties. Probably just start on the ones that opened up. They were a bit of a disaster, but If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.